Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Kelvin's Kitchen. On today's episode we are going to be making mango, which is really a mashed plantain Dominican breakfast. And these are the ingredients that you are going to need to make the mango. We need 2 plantains, uh, 2 onions. It could be red or white, doesn't really matter. I'm using 2 because I like a lot of onions on my mango. You could use just 1 or a large one or 2 little ones. We need cheese for frying, which is the white cheese that you could get at your Latino grocery store. We need salami, 2 eggs, butter, white vinegar, olive oil, salt. I have my water already boiling for the plantains and a frying pan to fry the eggs, the salami, and the cheese. And a technique that I have been using for years to peel plantains is to put them under hot water first. Okay, so my plantains are under water, hot water. It is hot, steamy water, and that's gonna make everything so much easier. With a paring knife, you want to cut one of the sides and keep it under the water. Just cut the tips of both ends. I'm gonna cut one side just so the water gets in, and it makes the peeling process a lot faster and smoother as the hot water is taking the peel off the plantain for me, so she's come right out. Alright, so this is my first plantain. See, I'm just using my fingers to separate the skin of the plantain. Really easy. And the hot water is really helping. If I was to do that without the hot water, it will get really sticky and not a fun process. Okay, see, I'm only using my fingers, and my plantain is ready. I'll do the same for the next plantain, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so now both plantains are peeled. I am going to cut them in half, like so. So when they cook faster instead of putting the whole thing into the water. Okay. So I'm making these 2 plantains, and it's breakfast pretty much for 2 people. Back in the Dominican Republic, as a kid, I remember having this as dinner, but for some reason here in the United States, it's a Dominican breakfast. I don't know how that changed, but that's what people do here. So we're gonna make it breakfast style instead of dinner style, like back home. My water is about to start boiling. I have it on high heat, and I'm just gonna add a sprinkle of salt. Here goes the plantain into the water. Plantains are pretty much just like potatoes. You just cook them till they are soft and tender, and you also see that they will change color too. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit of salt, so just a little sprinkle. I don't want it to be salty, and that's enough. So I would say about half a teaspoon of salt for 2 plantains. That's going to boil for about 30 to 40 minutes, I would say. And then you'll see how the color will change and the texture will change as well. So we're gonna put a lid on our boiling pot and we'll move on to prepping the rest of the stuff. As you can see, my onion's already cut and it's pretty thick. I'm going to pour some white vinegar and they'll be soaking in that vinegar for about half hour while my plantains are boiling in the water. Okay, so my plantains are boiling now. So I'm gonna leave them alone till they're ready. And everything is already pre-cut. I'm prepped. I just have to wait for the plantains to be ready. Then I'll fry this stuff and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so our oil is pretty hot. As you can see, it's smoking hot. So I am cracking an egg. I'm going to go ahead and fry it. Salami. You typically fry the salami until it gets toasty on both sides. And it looks like it's ready. In English, this is frying cheese. In Spanish, it's queso de freír. So we are making our queso de freír. Plantains look like they are done. They have been cooking for about 36 minutes. And I'm just going to turn the heat off. I'm going to dump most of the water out. I am going to keep a little bit of the water in just so they don't dry out too much. You don't want the texture to be dry. The cheese is frying. It doesn't take long for it to cook. It looks like it's ready to be flipped. Yep. That's what the fried cheese looks like. The last thing you want to do is the onion. I dumped the vinegar out of the container. And you want to be very careful when you do the onion because the hot oil and vinegar don't really go well together. So you're going to have that oil splashing all over the place. So be safe. Grab a lid and put your onions in. Safety first. So while my onions are frying, I am going to start mashing the plantains. I'm going to I'm dumping some of the water out, but not all of it. As I said before, I don't want the plantains to be dry. So I am leaving a little bit of water in. So when I mash them, they stay juicy and not dry. The only thing I need to add to this is 1 spoon of butter and go ahead and mash. And I'm just gonna mash them. The only thing that it's in this container is a little bit of water left from when I cooked them and butter. That's all you need. 1 spoon of butter. And then you mash until they are nice and smooth. You don't want it to be lumpy. And my onions are almost done frying. As you can see, onions are about ready. Mango is ready. And I just have to serve it. I'll be right back. The mango is ready. One thing that I added to it is avocado. That is optional. We love avocado pretty much with everything. So there you have it. That's the platanos or plantains, cheese, eggs, salami, fried onions, and avocado. This is a typical Dominican breakfast or dinner, depends how you see it. Tasty and yummy any time of the day. Enjoy.